Hey guys, it's Amour. Today I'm excited to show you how to make Eevee. Some of you have been asking for a tutorial on her, so I'm excited to show you this today. What I like about this design is that she can actually sit. So she can sit like this, but she can also stand like this as well. So she's very fun to pose and take pictures of. Alright, you can find this written pattern on my blog. You can also make the Pokeball for her, which you can find the pattern right here, pattern and tutorial right here. Be sure to subscribe to get all the latest tutorials. Alright, let's get started! For the ear, we are going to do 5 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we are going to pull it tight. Now for rounds 2 to 3, we are going to stay at 5 single crochet stitches. Okay, and we're gonna put in our stitch markers so we know where our rounds end. So we are just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. 3, 4, and 5. For round 3, we are going to stay at 5 single crochet stitches. Okay, and this is how it should look like after 3 rounds. Now for round 4, we are just going to do 1 increase in our next stitch. That's 1, and in the same stitch I'm going to do another one. And we are going to stay at 1 single crochet stitch, so at the end you should have 6 single crochet stitches. For round 5, our pattern is going to be 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 all the way around, and you should have 8 single crochet stitches at the end. So here's 1, 2, and just 1, 1, 1, 1, and repeat around. That's 2 here, and 1. And you're going to end in 1. And for the next 3 more rounds, we are just going to stay at 8 single crochet stitches. So you're going to just keep doing single crochet stitch all the way around. Okay, this is how your ear should look like at the end of the 8th round. You're going to cut a long tail. Okay, and then with your yarn needle, you will want to pinch the bottom of the ear so they fold on top of each other, and you're just going to want to sew the bottom part together. And then you'll want to cut out from black felt a sort of leaf shape pattern, and you will place this in the center of the ear right here, and you will want to glue it on this fabric tack. For the head, for round 1, you're going to do 6 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and close off your circle. And we're going to go ahead and use our stitch marker in the last stitch that we just did. For round 2, our pattern is 2 single crochet stitch in each stitch around. So you're going to have 12 single crochet stitches at the end. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 in this stitch right here. That's 1. Same stitch, 2. Okay, we're going to repeat in each stitch around. So go ahead and work up your stitches. For round 3, our pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around, and at the end you should have 18 single crochet stitches. So you're going to have 2 single crochet stitches here, and then just 1, and then repeat around. Now for round 4, our pattern is 2, and then in our next 8 stitches, it's going to be 1 in each stitch, and then 2, and then in our next, it's just going to be 1. So at the end, you should have 20 single crochet stitches. So that's 1 and 2, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and repeat the pattern around. Now for rounds 5 through 6, we are just going to stay at 20 single crochet stitches. So it's just going to be 1 stitch in each stitch around. And I will meet you at the end of the rounds. So this is how your head should look like after your 6th round. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now for our 7th round, our pattern is going to be a decrease. And then in our next 8, we are going to do single crochet stitches, and then decrease in our next 8, just 1 single crochet stitch. So let's go ahead and work up our stitches. It's going to be a decrease here. And then in our next 8, we're just going to do 1 single crochet stitch. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 8. And then do a decrease here. And then in our next 8, we're just going to do single crochet stitches again. For round 8, our pattern is going to be a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet all the way around, and at the end we should have 12 single crochet stitches. So here is a decrease, and then a single crochet stitch, decrease, and a single crochet stitch, and repeat all the way around. For round 9, our pattern is going to be a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet all the way around again, but at the end we will now have 8 single crochet stitches. So go ahead and work up your stitches. That's a decrease, and then a single crochet stitch. Now for our very last round, we are going to be working with this fluffy yarn. The one that I'm using is from Bernat Yarn, and it's called Pip Squeak Yarn. Okay, so you'll want to get the end ready. So you'll just want to make a loop. Okay, now we're going to get our head. And this is how it should look like so far. Okay, and now we are going to go into the loops here, and I'm going to do a yarn change. So now we're going to get the loop right here, and we're going to pull it through. Okay, now we are going to go into the front loop only, which is, before we used to go through 2, but now we just want to go through the first loop only. And we're going to do 2 single crochet stitches into the same stitch all the way around. So it's just 2, 2, 2 in the front loop all the way around. And at the end, you should have 16 fluffy single crochet stitches. So it's just 2 in each stitch around. Okay, so go ahead and work up your stitches. Okay, and at the very end, I'm just going to slip stitch to my very first fluffy stitch. And then I'm going to cut. And here's how Eevee's head looks like, and she also has her fluffy mane right here. For the front leg, you are going to do 6 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now for the next 3 rounds, we are going to stay at 6 single crochet stitches. So I will meet you at the end of round 4. And here's your first leg, and you'll want to make another one exactly the same, but this time do not fasten or cut off the yarn, because we are going to attach them together across with 2 single crochet stitch. So here's the first one that we created, and right here, right where this stitch ends, we're gonna insert our hook right here, and then we're still attached to our other. And in the very next stitch on our second crochet hook, we are going to do a single crochet stitch together. So that way we've combined these together. And then we are going to do that one more time. So I'm going to go into this stitch on the first leg. And then in my second stitch on my second leg right here, I'm going to go ahead and pull through both and finish up with a single crochet stitch. So that way they're both connected across 2 single crochet stitches at the top right here. So now that they've been attached with 2 single crochet stitch across, there should be, if you count, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. So around the border of this round right here, there are 8 single crochet stitch. So we're just going to stitch around right there. Okay, so in this one, I am going to consider my round 5. And around here, I'm just going to do a single crochet stitch. And I'm going to go around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right here, I'm not going to go where it's joined, but I'm going to go where it's not joined. This is going to be, that's going to be my 5, 6, 7, and 8 right here. And then you can go ahead and put your stitch marker back so you know where your rounds end. Okay, so now we have 8 single crochet stitch around, and so for round 6 we are just going to stay at 8 single crochet stitches. So you can go ahead. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then our very last stitch right here, it's going to be 8. And then for our leg, I actually want to end right here, so I'm just going to do single crochet stitch in our next 2. Okay, and then I can go ahead and cut off the tail. So this is how the front leg of Eevee should look like after you're finished. Now for the body, for round 1, we are going to do 6 single crochet stitch in each stitch, or 6 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. And 6. And then for round 2, we are going to do 2 in each stitch around, so that we should have 12 single crochet stitches at the end. So it's 2 in each stitch around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Now for round 3, our pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around, so you'll have 18 single crochet stitches at the end. Go ahead and work up your stitches. Now for round 4, we're going to stay at 18 single crochet stitch, so it's just 1 stitch in each crochet stitch around. For round 5, this is what you're going to do. You're going to decrease and do a single crochet stitch. Decrease and a single crochet stitch. Decrease and then a single crochet stitch. And now for the rest of the round, you're just going to do single crochet stitch all the way around. And at the end, you should have 15 single crochet stitches for this round. Now for round 6, our pattern is going to be, we're going to do a decrease here, and then a single crochet stitch, a decrease here, and then a single crochet stitch, and then just a single crochet stitch in the rest of the round. So at the end, you should have 13 single crochet stitches all together. Now for round 7, we're going to do 2 decreases. That's 1 here, my second decrease, and then just 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch around. So at the end of this round, you should have 11 single crochet stitches all together. Now for round 8, we are just going to do 1 decrease here, and then just single crochet stitch all around. So at the end, we should have 10 single crochet stitches for this round. So this is how your body should look like. And now we are going to grab our front leg pair that we did, and we want to combine these 2 as well. So in the back of here, we are going to attach across 3 single crochet stitches. So this one we're still attached. This one we want to put in the front right here. So now in this very front stitch right here, I'm going to insert, and into our next stitch here, I'm going to insert, and I'm just going to do a single crochet stitch. So I'm just going to yarn over and come out through both loops, then yarn over and come out. So I've combined these 2 together, so now I just line it up, And I am going to go through both single crochet stitches here and do a single crochet stitch. I'm going to go under both of these stitches again and do a single crochet stitch. So that way I have combined the leg and the body together right here. So now for our next round, I am actually going to go around this way right here. And that will be my next round. So for that round, when I finish it, I should have 12 single crochet stitches. So I'm going to show you. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 right here. Okay, so this is actually going to be round 9. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here, I'm going to go into this stitch right here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right here is going to be 12. Round 10, I actually want to decrease, so I'm for here. For our next round, I'm going to do a decrease here. So I'm going to insert here. And then I'm going to do a decrease right here. And then in my next 4 stitches, it's just single crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then I'm going to do a decrease again. Decrease right here. And then in my next 4, I just do a single crochet stitch. Next stitch, I'm going to do a decrease. And then in my next 3, it's just 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to do a decrease here again. And then I'm going to do 3 in the next. So at the end of this round, I should have 8 single crochet stitches. And now for my very last round, I want to stay at 8 single crochet stitches. So it's just 1 in each stitch all the way around. Okay, so at the end, this is how your Eevee body should look like. For the hind leg, you are going to do 5 single crochet stitch into the magic ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for the next 3 rounds, we are just going to stay at 5 single crochet stitch. So you'll just do 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch around. Okay, and this is how your hind leg should look like, and you should make 2. For the tail with the fluffy yarn, you are going to make a loop, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then to my very first chain here, you are going to do 4 single crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go ahead and pull it closed. Now it's kind of hard to see through these stitches, so you just have to kind of go by feeling sometimes. You can feel where the stitches are. Okay, and then for round 2, I'm going to do an increase here. That's 1. And in the same stitch, I'm going to do 2. And then I'm just going to do 1 in my next stitch. Okay, and then in my next stitch right here, I'm going to do 2, 1, 2. And then in my next one, I'm just gonna do just 1 right here. Okay, and now I'm gonna do a color change. So I'm just gonna do a single crochet stitch right here, but instead of finishing it off, now I'm going to get my brown yarn, make a loop here, and then pull it through right here. Okay. Now for this part, I am actually going to do 2 single crochet stitches here. So we're going to do an increase, so 2. Okay, and then in my next 2 stitches, I'm just going to do 1 single crochet stitch. So that's 1, and that's 1. Now for my next single crochet stitch right here, I'm going to do 1, and then I'm going to increase right there. So 2 in that same stitch, and then just do 1 single crochet stitch, and then also do 1 single crochet in this last one. And I'm actually going to turn it so I'm on the right side right here. Now for round 4, we are going to do an increase in our first stitch, and in our next 3 single crochet stitch, increase here, 1, 2, and then our next 3, we are going to do single crochet stitches, so we should have 10 single crochet stitch at the end of this round. For round 5, we are just going to stay at 10 single crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3. For round 6, you are going to do 2 decreases in a row. So that's 1 and 2. And then you're just going to do a single crochet stitch around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 single crochet stitches there. So now for this round, we are just going to stay at 8 single crochet stitches. Now for round 8, we are going to do 2 decreases in a row, and then just single crochet stitch around. And you should have 6 single crochet stitches for this round. Okay, and finally for our very last round, our pattern is going to be a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet. So at the end, you should have 4 single crochet stitches all together. So here is our tail completed. And here's our finished Eevee. Has his ears, its furry mane right here, fluffy tail. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to see how your Eevee turns out. Be sure to tag me in your projects on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to subscribe to get all the latest tutorials. Alright, I'll catch you next time.